And the American Cancer Society, which is going to be ringing the opening bell moments away, is just the latest to enter the spotlight in the fight against cancer. Well, this past Thursday, just yesterday, NYSE American listed company OS Therapies. It's a clinical stage research firm focusing on therapeutic treatments for multiple types of cancers, rang the closing bell as part of the kickoff for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so now I do want to bring in my colleague, Trinity Chavez, who is with the company, CEO Paul Romness, and our other studio, Trinity.
Thanks, Kristen. Yeah, OS Therapies is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company focused on groundbreaking treatments for osteosarcoma and other solid tumors. From revolutionary vaccines to cutting-edge technologies, they're developing solutions that could transform cancer treatment and save lives. Joining me now to discuss this more is Paul Romness. He is the CEO of OS Therapies. Paul, it's great to have you here.
Good morning, Trinity.
Last time I spoke with your company, I was speaking with your colleague, Gerald Commissioning, who is your Chief Business Officer at OS Therapies, and we were talking about your innovative treatment solutions and how you have the capability to identify exactly where the cancer is in your body, and through your technology, literally goes to the place where the cancer is, kills those cells without damaging other areas or other cells in your body, basically preserving the rest of your body, not like radiation typically does. So since that conversation earlier this year, I understand you have new developments when it comes specifically to breast cancer.
Absolutely, and we're really excited that our clinical trial in osteosarcoma, the treatment phase is complete, and now we're getting that data ready to submit to the FDA. But while we're doing that, we're preparing a larger trial in breast cancer sometime next year to really add OST HER2, which is our off-the-shelf immunotherapy, to existing or what's called standard of care. And standard of care is for breast cancer and a lot of other solid tumors is Herceptin or trastuzumab, and it's what you call a checkpoint inhibitor. It keeps the cancer down. Our therapy comes in, we're stimulating the immune system fires up T cells, and they come in and kill the cancer. So that makes the Herceptin or trastuzumab work better, but it also helps prevent patients from building resistance to that treatment.
And how long has this process taken to develop this type of treatment? I understand the previous ones that I spoke with Gerald about took some 20 years.
For sure.
Yeah.
And we're talking about our off-the-shelf immunotherapy, our antibody drug conjugate technology is really a super hot technology in biotech right now. Big deals over the last 18 to 24 months, anywhere from 400 million to 43 billion in those M&A deals. So that technology is a little newer. It's further out in our pipeline. Our OST HER2 is very close to commercialization, certainly in dogs. We hope to have that commercialized early next year, and then commercializing the human osteosarcoma for HER2. But the ADC technology is a little further back. It really has the chance of replacing chemotherapy because of, as you spoke about, a very specific delivery system. And our special sauce is we're wrapping the payload and connecting it with silicone, which from an industrial standpoint, doesn't get broken down by water or protein and everything like your silicone caulk in your bathroom and stuff. But it does get broken down by pH, and it turns out the cancer environment has a lower pH, higher acidity. And we can dial in that pH level, and it eats away at the coating and drops the payload.
And would you say that this treatment is more effective than standard treatments currently on the market? We
hope it to be, and we hope to prove that clinically. But yes, I think it could be significant for breast cancer, being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I should have worn my pink tie, but there's still 40,000 people a year in the United States dying of breast cancer. And so, there are 200,000 that get it, but it's still a huge unmet medical need, and that's really why we started this company, for the patients.
What other ways is OS Therapy unique to its competitors?
Well, another reason is just like the American Cancer Society, we have 8 nonprofits or patient groups that have invested in our company because they know that there have been no new treatments in osteosarcoma, and there needs to be better treatments in solid tumors. I think the industry, the biotech and pharmaceutical community has done a really good job with blood cancers, but we still have a long way to go in solid tumors. Some 80 to 90% of patients that recur, that metastasize to the lungs and brain, and then ultimately succumb to the disease. And so our therapies both try and prevent that metastasis, but then our ADC goes to debulk and break down and chew up the other larger tumors. Excuse me.
What would you say are some of the other challenges that you face when you are developing cancer treatments, and specifically when it comes to cancers like osteosarcoma or breast cancer?
So osteosarcoma is considered the most challenging cancer, and that's why there have been no new treatments in 40 years. We feel the data from our clinical trial that we put out during some interim data during ASCO in June really looks good. Is it a home run? No. But it's significantly improving event-free survival, and it looks like it's improving, at least in the interim data, overall survival, which is, a huge step forward for that disease. But if we can leverage it and take it to breast cancer and other solid tumors, then we can really make a difference in those cancers as well.
Now we have about 60 seconds left, so quickly, could you describe other treatments that you're currently working on?
Yes, so in addition to the off-the-shelf immunotherapy, we look to take our ADC. We're also looking to commercialize, as I think Gerald and you talked about, our off-the-shelf immunotherapy for osteosarcoma. It's only 1,000 patients a year in the United States, 20,000 globally.
Yeah.
But 30 to 40,000 dogs a year get osteosarcoma. So we're looking to out-license that to an animal health partner. We look to do that by the end of this year. We also look to be commercializing the human osteosarcoma. Certainly looking for a partner ex-US where we commercialize it in the US. And then we pivot to that ADC technology, which has a lot of customization. You can change the targeting ligand, we can change the payloads, we can depend on anywhere from 3, 6, 9, 12 payloads, and we can drop them right where we want them.
A lot of important takeaways right there. Thank you so much, Paul, for joining me today.
Thank you, Trent.